Okay, now stop.
Bring up the toilet.
Step up a little bit more.
You can step up to the line.
Right up to the line. Perfect. Now stop.
That's so cool.
Stay behind the line. Good boy.
That's so cool. Becky, have you seen that before? We'll get to see that. Oh, I just watched them fill out the toilet. Guys, you see the steam coming out? Venting. Leaking. Okay. It's okay, we're not leaving for about 15 minutes.
I saw you come back through.
Mm-hmm.
day today, it's all good. And we're all off to Lakeside, of course, and if you're going on the boats today, just reminder for later on, if you need to get back to Haverthwaite and you're going to Ambleside, your last boat return is 3:15 from Ambleside. If you're going to Bowness, your last boat return is 4 o'clock from Bowness Pier. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you really are travelling down a very, very special former branch line that was once upon a time the holiday line of the North. It really was. For the Victorians and the Edwardians, this place was absolutely buzzing with holiday makers. It continued to be quite popular with tourism right up until 1964, when Dr. Beeching decided to close the line, deeming it no longer required, would you believe, like he did with so many other branch lines. Since those days, we've lost the other half of the line, which actually used to go the other way through Haverthwaite and join up with the main line up at Ulverston, which was the bottom of the triangle. It used to leave Haverthwaite the other way through, going through Greenodd. Does anybody know Greenodd? It's got a little roundabout now. That's where the station used to be, where the roundabout is on the A590. Then the train used to go through Plumpton Junction in those days. Plumpton, so famous. Before reaching the main line. Like I say, those days are gone, but the best half of the railway was saved in the early 1970s by the same family who currently own it today. This was always the best half anyway. Why? Well, for two reasons. The first one's quite an obvious reason. This is the holiday half of the line, isn't it? It's the half that brings you to Lakeside, so quite important that this half was saved. But the other reason, and probably more important, this is where all the defining and the story writing industries were for this local area. One of them, an absolute national treasure. If you look out the window very shortly down below us, you will see a new apartment development going on. That is the former site of the ironworks. Not just any old ironworks. The richest iron ore in the world used to come down this little railway line, a lot from Barrow in Furness, to be dropped off here by rail, of course, right up until the 60s. You may have noticed another little 4-foot, another little track to the side of us leaving Haverthwaite. Well, that was the old branch line up to this ironworks just here. But also down the line, we had the gunpowder works. Eerie. Yeah, gunpowder being transported down here by rail, of course, right up until 1934, and at first by horseback. You can still visit the eerie ruins today of the gunpowder works a bit further down the line at Lowood. Well worth a visit too. But the most famous, arguably, round here, the one that everybody still talks about as if it's still there, well, a lot of them do anyway. Everybody round here seemed to either work there or who had a relative who worked there. We're just about to go past the Whitewater Hotel. You'll see it through the trees, but it used to be the Dolly Blue Works. Is there anybody old enough, dare I ask, to remember the Dolly Blue? Do you remember using those little blue crystals you used to get in the muslin bags to swill your clothes round with and then stick them through the mangle afterwards? Dare I say, anybody? Well, this is where they made them. The only trouble with working at the Dolly Blue, you'd come home blue, literally, like a Smurf. Skin, hair, clothes, completely blue, plastered. And the surrounding fields, the houses and the roads, that all turned blue as well, largely. And that's because of the pigment in the crystals made at the Dolly Blue. The river to the side of us in a moment will be the River Leven, L-E-V-E-N, one of the shortest in the UK, but my goodness, one of the most powerful. And over time, it has powered and resourced some of those industries I was talking about. The engine on the front today, does it need an introduction? Well, I may as well give you one anyway. It's from 1911, our oldest engine by far. I'm sure you're all thinking, where's the face? You know which face I'm talking about. Yeah, the children's one. Yeah, about 107 years old. We used to do that and we can't do it anymore. But anyway, we don't talk about it anymore. But like I say, 107 years old. Rather temperamental, but I guess we would be at that age. Did anybody see the Fairburn on the car park at Haverthwaite? That's what we're famous for. The last two Fairburn engines in the world. Please go and see them when we return. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. It's now noon. Welcome to South Cumbria. Next train is 12:30 from Lakeside. Thank you.